Last lesson, you're almost there. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, surface area. So surface area, there's two different ways that we can calculate surface area. Let me show you. First way is lateral surface area. So that's the outside, but not the top or the bottom. These don't matter. This is if I'm like painting a room. I don't want to worry about the surface area of the ceiling or the floor. I only care about the walls that I'm painting. So surface area, lateral surface area is just the walls. That works for anything. Like I can do lateral surface area of this. If I had a triangle, hold on. First of all, when I said triangle, I meant pyramid. And second one, I didn't say, I'll be right back when I'm literally going to pause it. Okay, so if I have a pyramid, the lateral surface area is just the outsides. It's not the bottom. Okay, that's called total surface area. So if I want the entire box, that's total surface area. Or if that's total surface area. Now, when somebody says surface area, they usually mean total surface area. So usually surface area is the whole thing, and then lateral surface area is everything but either the base or the base on the top if it's one down. Okay. Let me write that down and then do some formulas for you. Ta-da! Okay, let's talk about how we do this. I want this to make sense. I could give you a million formulas for every different thing. Like I could give you different ones for these, but these are actually the same formula, just kind of hidden. So let me see if I can find one I can take apart. Aha. Okay, we've been taught in the lower levels, like when you first were introduced to surface area, you were probably taught to find the surface area of this twice, find the surface area of this twice, and then if you needed the whole surface area, add the top and the bottom, do the same thing, right? So it's two of these, and two of these. But let me show you a trick. So I'm going to take off the top because we're talking about lateral surface area. I don't really want this right now. I'm also going to cut off the bottom, and I'm going to cut this up the side. Okay, now this surface area, this lateral surface area, is a rectangle, right? It's a rectangle. The height of this rectangle is the same as the height of the box. So I can just take the same height. But the base of the rectangle is the perimeter of the base, right? It's this perimeter. So if I find the perimeter, multiply it by the height, I don't have to do this times this, or this plus this times 2 or whatever. I can just find it one time. Okay, add up the bottom, multiply by the top. That's the lateral surface area because it does this. A cylinder is the exact same thing. If I take my cylinder and I slice it up the middle, I have an ad that I found in my recycling bin. You can use this code. I don't know. I don't know if it like expires. It's only for me or whatever. But this is another rectangle, right? This rectangle is the height of the cylinder times the perimeter of the circle base. What's the perimeter of a circle? Yes, the circumference. So if you find the circumference of the base times the height, that's this lateral surface area right here. And then if you want to do, instead of lateral, if you want to do total surface area, just add the top and the bottom to the surface area you had before. Not too shabby, right? Okay, this also works for pyramids, but we're going to write all this down and then I'll talk about pyramids. Okay, now you can officially use that because I just cut up for the code. Okay, so here's a pyramid. I'm only worried about the lateral surface area, so I'm not going to worry about the bottom for a second. I don't even know how to cut a bottom for this, but here's a pyramid, right? What's this made out of? Triangles, right? So these triangles are 1/2 times the base times the height 3 times. But I don't need to do all that work. Watch this. I'm using so much tape for this that I don't have. Okay. Okay, so if I cut these apart again and I do this, this is equal to half of a, like this is like a trapezoid kind of thing, right? Okay, so what we can do is we can do 1/2 times the perimeter times the height for all these triangles because the bases will all kind of add up and that'll get me the same math as I did before. There's sugar on my notebook. Okay, it's fine. So I'm going to write that all down right now. Now, I specifically used the word slant height, and here's why. Okay, I have my little tiny pyramid, so I'm going to get really close to you. In this, that height of that triangle is here, right? It's from the 3 down to the middle. So this is a D4, by the way. It's how we roll a number 1 through 4. The top one is the number that it is. Okay, anyways. So here's, I was talking about this height. Now, if I turn it, that height is slantwise. It's slanted. It's not straight from the top to the bottom. That's a different height. That's the true height, right? Straight up is the true height. but this is a slant height, not the height that I want. How do you find that? Usually it's given to you. Occasionally you have to use Pythagorean theorem to find it. So if you're given the true height and you want the slant height, Pythagorean theorem. If you're given the slant height, you want the true height, Pythagorean theorem. It works for everything. Okay, I have too many of these little things now. Okay, let's practice this. Oh, and spheres. 4 pi r cubed. It's not 4/3 pi r cubed. Nope, 4/5 cubed. Okay, so that's the surface area of a sphere. Is it squared or cubed? Squared. I looked it up. I was right in my notes, and then I freaked myself out, and then I should have just trusted myself, but I didn't because sometimes things happen. It's fine. Okay, so here is the surface area of a sphere. Now, I want you to notice that this is the total surface area of a sphere. If I have a sphere, there's no such thing as a top or bottom in a sphere, and so I won't have a lateral surface area. It's just all surface area for spheres. Okay? Okay. Oh, unless I had like a hemisphere like that, then I could have a lateral and total surface area for that. Was that magic? I think so too. All right, let's try this one. So we're gonna find the surface area. That means the total surface area, not just the lateral surface area. So I need these 3 sides and the top and the bottom. Okay. So I need to find the every side length. Let me change colors so people know when I'm thinking. Okay. Now I know that 2 inches is the height. I know that this is the base, right? So if I want the perimeter of the base times the height, I need to find the perimeter of this shape. Well, this is a right triangle, and 2 of the numbers are 3 and 4, so this is going to be 5. And I can use the Pythagorean theorem, but I'm hoping by now that you recognize 3, 4, 5 triangles are just a thing that exists. Okay. So for the perimeter of the base, I'm going to do 3 plus 4 plus 5 times the height, which is 2. And then I'm going to add to that the area of the base twice. So the area of the base is 3 by 4. So it's a triangle. It's 1/2 times 3 times 4. But that's 2 times because it's top and bottom. Top and bottom. Area of base, perimeter, height. Okay? That's where all those numbers came from. So if I just do this, 3 plus 4 plus 5, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 2 is 24. Yep. And yeah. And then 1/2 times this times 2 is just going to cancel itself out, so that's going to be plus 12. So I get 36, and these are square inches all the way around because they're in inches, and it's surface area. It's flat surfaces, not 3D volume. So that's the surface area of that. Let's do another one. So we want the lateral surface area here. I don't care about the top or the bottom. So all I want is this. Oh, I did miss one. Did I miss one? I want this like slice right here. Okay, that's what I want. I don't care about the top or the bottom. So this slice again is a rectangle with a 6 foot height, and the circumference is the same thing as this length here. So circumference is 2 pi r, or when r is 9. Okay, so I can do 2 times pi times 9 plus, times 6. Where do those numbers come from? This is the circumference. This is the height. And we're not going to add anything because it wants the lateral surface area, not the true surface area. So 2 times pi, I don't know, times 9 times 6. Let's do all that math in a calculator. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 times 9 times 6 times pi. Well, 108 pi, or 339.3 square feet. Boom. All right. I know I'm hitting my little bit higher than my normal mark, but let's try one more. All right. So I want this lateral surface area of this. I'm going to ignore the bottom, right? And so what I'm going to do, this is the slant height. Okay. So what I need is, it's going to be 1/2 the perimeter of the base. So 1/2 perimeter of the base is called the circumference. The circumference is 2 pi r. And then times the slant height, which by the way we call L. So it's going to be 1/2 times 2 pi times 4 times 6. Okay. Now here's the good news about this is that 1/2 of 2 actually cancels itself out. So the normal surface area equation for a cone is just pi RL. We don't need the 1/2 and the 2 because they cancel each other out. So 4 times 6 times pi is all I'm really doing here. 4 times 6 times pi is 75.39 square centimeters. Okay. Cool. I think we did it. I'm sure you're confused. The good news is that I'm probably going to put an easy one like this on the midterm, so don't stress too much about the hard stuff. But I am going to do some problems in the homework that like challenge you a little bit because we practice harder than we play. All right, that's it. Email if you have any questions. Come to class and ask me questions. I don't know, anything. Ask me questions. Okay, bye.